Party foul of the Millennium. And this is how I lost $1,264.06. Now you might be asking, baby, maybe, Cassia boy, baby, how did you, oh my gosh, how did you lose all that money today, bro? I'll show you exactly how I did it. And let's get into the day. Going into the day, we had a really nice 1 hour IFVG, inversing fair value gap. If there is an imbalance in price showing bullishness, then invalidating that imbalance shows bearishness. So I really like this. I really like the structure. I liked everything. I liked the LRL we had below. And all I wanted to do going into the day was get a 15-minute intermediate high sweep, also known as a 30-minute fair value gap tap. And then I just wanted to take trades to the sell side. So this is exactly what didn't happen, right? Oh, it sounds great, but how did you perform? Ah! Don't tell anybody. We dump down, we immediately take my draw. Yippee! Woohoo! Immediately take my draw. Oh, immediate displacement to the upside. 30-second trade played out like, oh, it was so perfect to the 5-minute. How did you fade this trade? The reason why I faded this trade, right? We had 930 manipulation, and then we had distribution after that, right? That's a PO3. We all know that. The reason why I didn't like it was because ES looked like freaking caca poo-poo when compared to the NASDAQ, right? You take the NASDAQ, you lick on it, you suck on it, you fuck on it, you do whatever you want to it. But at the end of the day, I'm not taking longs after we tap into 1 hour fair value gap and ES looks like poop with the 1 hour fair value gap and all the LRL still below, although it was swept out. So again, this is one of those days where it's just weird, bro. It is one of those days where it is just weird and you have to play it off conditions. So what did I do? I played it off of conditions. We got an incredible displacing candle, looked like a wiener if I've ever seen one. And wiener, I'm talking about hot dog wieners because I like hot dogs, no homo dog. I don't even know what I'm saying. I need to take a chill pill. And you might be saying, bro, nice short, bro. And this was the short I actually took. Don't laugh. Don't point in my face. Had a really good fill, though, about right here. FOMO maxing. Now, how did you FOMO max, bro? Well, I had an SMT. I had really good displacement. I had everything I wanted. But what did I not have? I did not have a time frame inversion. So I said, oh, okay, let me tell my brain whatever I need to in order to get into a trade because I'm a literal P-word punani, bro. And we had a 1 minute IFVG on NQ. On MNQ, we had it. On MMQ, we had it. On MNQ, we had it. Now, you might be saying, bro, then what's wrong with the trade? Well, what's wrong with the trade is this. What you do is you chart on NQ and you execute on MNQ. You chart on NQ, you execute on MNQ. Why is that? Because MNQ is an exact copy of NQ, which means that if there's a deviation between MNQ and NQ, then NQ is right. MNQ does not matter. The chart SMTs, bro, the whatevers, bro, screw it, bro. I'm not trying to add more confluences than I have to. So I took this trade because I broke my rules. I did not chart on NQ. I charted on MNQ because I really like this trade. But honestly, it was not enough. All right. And keep in mind, this is what it looked like in the moment. This trade looked beautiful. Not only do we have an SMT, right? Major SMT, 1 hour fair value gap, really good displacement on both assets, but we also had this on the 5-minute. We respected a 5-minute fair value gap, which would have been sponsored by the 15-minute intermediate high or whatever, because there was also an SMT here on the 5-minute when the 5-minute high right here that also got SMT'd was in the 15-minute intermediate high. So honestly, this trade looked really good. I'm not even going to hold you. Really good displacement to the sell side. And then you absolutely got brutally mugged. And it is what it is, bro. It's Love Island Season 8. There's 5 dudes on a couch, and there's a girl crawling around. It's normal, bro. 5 dudes on a bed, by the way. A massive love bed. And then eventually we got the 15-minute intermediate high. And what can I learn from this? Honestly, bro, it comes down to external to internal, back to external, like that. We trade from internal ranges to external ranges, and you go back and forth, and that's what creates this, right? You can assume that at each one of these retraces, there's some sort of fair value gap moving price up, and all these peaks are the externals and all the valleys are the internals, right? And that's just the way price moves. It makes sense, don't it? Yes, it does. So that's something to note. But also, we had the internal because we swept out all this LRL. You might be saying, bro, why do you fade all the LRL? Because we swept it, and it's on my rule book, bro. If we sweep the LRL, it don't matter a thing. It don't matter a thing, papi chulo. So I didn't worry about it. I took my L, I took it on the chin, all right? It blew all over my chin, and then eventually we got Exactly what I wanted to see, right? My duo was the 4 hour. We hit the 4 hour. And then not only that, but we ended up dumping what, 2% today. So I'm not mad. You're mad. I'm not sad. It is what it is, bro. It's part of life. It is what it is. And it's part of life. I already said that. I don't know what I'm thinking anymore. I can't even think with my eyes open. I gotta have them closed. There was this 1 minute IFEG to the downside. Why do I not like this? Well, I like it because of the LRL, the generational liquidity, and then I believe there's also an SMT. I don't know what just happened. My chart has Down syndrome, which is fine. So does my cousin. All right, I'm not judging anybody with Down syndrome. YouTube editor, cut that out. Restart from the beginning. There was a 1 minute sell side inversion, whatever. That wasn't the right terminology. And it looked pretty good. The reason why I didn't take it was honestly because it looked sketch out, bro. It just looked like more LRL. I don't see this as a super protected high, although there was. All right, bro. What are we even doing in the big 2026, bro? Jeez, man. There was a really good inversion. I'm sorry, I'm tweaking because I took a loss today. And there was an SMT as well. I'm not going to hold you. It looked pretty good. But I didn't like how it looked like the rest of the LRL. And then, obviously, we had a 5-minute fair value gap open up. I was ready to take longs out, but we inversed it. And then we opened up a 1 hour fair value gap right here. So I was pretty worried about that. I was hoping we'd get some sort of SMT. You can see right here that it is obviously a 1 hour fair value gap. And then, so I faded it, and then I wanted a 5-minute retrace into a fair value gap because the first one got its back blown out. I was hoping we'd edge the 4 hour and then go internal to external, but we ended up not doing that. And then at this point, I didn't want to take any longs because there was a massive 280-point dump, 300-point dump, 297-point dump, whatever you want to call it. And then we ended up continuing to dump. So my deal was correct. I jumped the gun a little bit. I searched for opportunity a little bit, and that's what I did wrong. The trade was completely valid, but I shouldn't be tweaking my rules in the wrong way. I mean, they say it's discretion. They say it is what it is. I really like the trade. I really like the SMT. I really love the displacement, but it doesn't always work out. I would probably take this trade again, except I wouldn't because it was on M and Q. I'm not going to chart on M and Q anymore, but that's my trade. I love you. I love Jesus. Let me know what you think about my trade and my butt. Do I suck? Do I fuck? You know what I'm saying? And I shouldn't say that right after saying I love Jesus, but I'm a man who is working on his righteousness. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Watch this video, sub to this, whatever. Probably pointed at the wrong things. I don't care.